Hey, Palmeretti's. All right, just did the math review for 13.3. It is now time to do lesson 13.4. Good morning. Hope you guys are well. Sitting here in a lonely classroom, missing you guys. Definitely new doing all this. This is going to be a longer video because I'm going to do it all in one video, and I'm just going to put it right to YouTube. I will post a link in Edsby and on email. Make sure you're staying in touch. Use your friends. You guys can walk through this together if you want. You can do the homework together. This is homework for Wednesday, April 1st. It'll be due Thursday, April 2nd by 3 p.m. All right, so make sure you're walking through it. Remember, you can pause it, replay it, review it. There's a lot of good problems here, some good meaty problems. But a lot of it's just that conversions, guys, making it apples to apples, days to days, weeks to weeks, feet to feet, kilometers to kilometers, etc. So pay attention to it. So you need four things. You need your reference sheet to have that handy. Colored pages 493, 495, homework page 169. So colored pages 493 and 495, homework page 169. Get those out, and we'll get started. All right, so make sure you're following along here. It says equivalence with metric units of length. So we're going to focus on metric today. We're not doing the customary. We're doing metric units. I can convert metric units of length, okay, from one unit to another and recognize the relative size of different lengths. Find the length of the marker shown in both centimeters and millimeters. Describe the relationship between the two units. So he says use appropriate tools strategically. A ruler, a measuring tape. So get some rulers, measure some things around the house. Get measuring tapes. Ask your parents, step-parents, grandparents, right, your aunts and uncles, and get out there and measure some things inside and outside. Parent permission. As we look at this marker right here, look at our ruler. One thing that we see here, this is an old school ruler. Okay, back in the day, that's what our rulers look like. Ask your grandparents and your parents. Rulers nowadays will have that zero somewhere on there, so you'd want to measure that there. That's what we've been seeing, something we've talked about. So how long is that meter? What's the length? Yeah, 12 what? Centimeters. So it's 12 centimeters. We already got that one done. But we need to know how many millimeters. So if you go to your reference sheet, right, look right here. It's not there. This is one we have to write in. So write that on there. 1 centimeter equals 10 millimeters. 1 centimeter equals 10 millimeters. That's something new for us. So if we have 12 of these, right, we want to turn that into millimeters, so we're going to do 12 centimeters equals how many millimeters? What's your math problem going to be? Yep, 12 times the 10. Now, do I have to box method that? Nope, not at all. 12 times 1 is 12. Plug in the 0, and there's our final answer. 120 millimeters, 12 centimeters, because they wanted both centimeters and millimeters. Down at the bottom, the length of Toby's giant pencil is 25 centimeters. How could you find the length of it in millimeters? So we just found out that 1 centimeter equals 10 millimeters. So if we have 25 centimeters and we want to turn that into millimeters, what's our math problem? Yep. 25 times 10. Do I have to box method it? Nope. 25 times 1, plug in the 0, and there's our final answer. So that's the relationship between these numbers here, using our reference sheet information that we've gotten. That's 493. Flip it over. 494. You know, I always love these examples here. For the standing long jump, Corey jumped 2 meters. Gary jumped 175 centimeters. Who jumped further? We're going to need a name. Okay, we'll see this come up again. Well, Corey goes 2 meters. Gary jumped 175 centimeters. So we've got meters compared to centimeters. We cannot compare those. Can't compare an apple to a banana. Can't compare the weeks to the days. We've got to make them both the same thing. Okay? So metric units is our focus again today. Everybody say meters, kilometers. Some people say kilometers. Say centimeters, millimeters. Here is our data. This is what we want to use. That's that reference sheet information. You're going to come back to this. This is page 494. I'm going to say that a whole bunch. 1 centimeter is 10 millimeters. 1 meter is 100 centimeters, is 1,000 millimeters. 1,000 millimeters is 100 centimeters, is a meter. A meter is 1,000 millimeters, is 100 centimeters. Go back and forth, they're all the same. 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters. Use that table there to show the relative size of metric units. So we're going to we're going to convert conversions 2 meters to centimeters. So he knows that 1 meter is 100 centimeters. So 2 times 100 is 200 centimeters. That's Corey jumped 200 centimeters. Over here, Gary only jumped 175. So 200 is greater than 175. So who? Corey. He's our winner. Look down here at Shayla. She says that 5 kilometers equals 500 meters. The question is, do you agree? That means it's going to be a what? Yep. Yes or no, and then explain. So how do we explain it? Well, we say 1 kilometer, go back to our chart, is 1,000 meters. It's right up here. So 5 kilometers turns into meters. So 5 times 1,000, multiply, 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 we get 5,000 meters. Are those equal? No, they are not equal. Okay? Do you agree with them? Nope. They are not equal. Pause it if you have to. Get that done. So 5 kilometers turns into 5,000 meters, and we're going to see this all throughout this lesson. All right, next page. Kendra and Lily measured. Let me make sure this is lined up for you because it's goofy. All right. So Kendra and Lily measured several rosebuds. The longest one Kendra measured was 2 4/10, 2.4. We say 2 4/10. The longest one Lily measured was 1 8/10, 1.8. Who measured the longest rosebud? Use a linear model. Everybody say linear model. What word do you see in linear? You see the word line to help explain it. So 2.4, 2 4/10 is greater than 1 8/10. But let's look at it. 0, 1, 2, 3. We already know it's tenths because we have 4/10 here and 8/10 here. But if we count it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tenths. So this is broken up into tenths. You're going to have to do one of these for your homework tonight. You're going to have to mark it. So pay attention to this one. So 1 8/10, 2 4/10. We already know Kendra's is longer by looking at that number line. But what else could we do? Yep, we could line them up. Place value, right? So 2 4/10, 1 8/10, and right there by lining them up, using our place value knowledge, we already see, boom, we got it. Now, what metric unit? Again, what metric unit would you use to measure the length of a field? You're going to have three of these on your homework, and you have to use metric. So you're going to use page 494. All right, so when you look at page 494, you're going to tell me, is it centimeters, millimeters, meters, or kilometers? So a field, when we go out to measure that field, a kilometer would be from here to another city like Tampa or Orlando. If that was our field, we'd be exhausted. The best thing for our field would be meters. Now we're going to do some conversions. This is where you need to show your work. One thing that I've been seeing with your homework, some of you guys aren't showing your work, so make sure you're showing it, all right? So kilometers to meters. Again, we're using page 494. So 1 kilometer equals 1,000 meters, so you're going to do 5 times 1,000. You get 5,000. 75 centimeters to millimeters. Well, centimeters, 1 centimeter is 10 of these, so you're going to do 75 times 10. Do we have to box method it? Nope. 75 times 1 is 75. Plug in your 0, you get 750. You with me? All right, 4, 5, and 6. Tell me what metric unit you would use to measure each. Again, you're going to use page 494 right here, or your reference sheet. The length of your math book. Out of those, centimeters is the best, and we can abbreviate. Now the distance between cities. Kilometer, that's a far distance. The length of a fly. Now, if you have a fly that's a kilometer, most likely you're not going to survive. Yeah, a fly would be millimeters, really small. Down here for number 7 and 8, we're going to see the rule and we'll see patterns. So if 1 equals 1,000, we're going to go times 1,000. 2 times 1,000, 2,000. 3 times 1,000, 3,000. But let me throw one at you. What if I say half of a meter? Well, if a meter is 1,000, what's half of 1,000? 500. millimeters. Next one. 1 centimeter equals 10 millimeters. What's your rule? Yep, times 10. 2 times 10? 20. 3 times 10? 30. Let me throw it at you again. What's a half centimeter? Well, but if a whole meter is 10 millimeters, what's half of that? You're right, 5. Okay, you with me? All right. Flip that over. Get into some juicy word problems here now. Using this table at the right, rainfall students measured Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It rained 3 centimeters, 0 centimeters, 1 centimeter, 5 centimeter, 2 centimeter. What do you notice here? Oh, it rained a lot, but also the math, they're all centimeters. So be ready for that one. Use that page 494 again, remember? Use page 494 for your reference sheet. All right, I've got mine sitting off to the side. The table shows the amount of rainfall students measured for a week. During a week, we didn't worry about the weekend. What was the total rainfall for the weekend? Ooh, so these are all centimeters. So you have 2 ways you can do this. Probably more. Let's focus on 2. I could change all these centimeters right now into millimeters, and then add them up, or I could just add all of these up, get the centimeters, and then turn them into millimeters. So what's 3 plus 0? 3 plus 1, 4 plus 5, 9 plus 2, 11 centimeters. Are we done? No. Because now we use our page 494, and it said centimeters to millimeters. 1 centimeter is 10 of these, so 1 centimeter equals 10 millimeters. So we're going to do 11 times 10. Plug in your 0, do your work, and you're going to get 110 millimeters. You with me? Number 10 says how many more? Ooh, you know what's going to show up. Probably some subtraction. How many more millimeters of rain fell on Thursday than on Monday and Wednesday? Combined. What are we going to do? Yep, we're going to add. So let's add Monday and Wednesday. Monday, Wednesday. What's your math problem? 3 plus 1, and what do you get? You get 4 centimeters. Centimeters. But they want us to do how many more fell on Thursday than these guys combined. So what's Thursday? It's 5. So 5 minus 4 is 1 centimeter. But we want to turn that into millimeters. Well, 1 centimeter equals 10 millimeters, so there's your answer. Okay, that's your final answer. So now number 11 says which is greater? We have 2,670 meters or 2 kilometers. Well, we can't just pick the answer because we've got meters and kilometers. Well, we know that 1 kilometer equals 1,000 meters. So this is 2 times 1,000. This is going to be 2,000 meters. This guy is greater. Milo thinks that 8 hours is greater than 520 minutes. Is Milo correct? So we have a what? Yep, a yes or a no problem. Then explain it. Let's remember that 1 hour equals 60 minutes. So we've got to take the 8 hours. We're going to times that by 60. Do I have to do a box method? Nope. Basic math fact. What's 8 times 6? 48. By the way, something I haven't mentioned in the emails is to stay on your basic math facts, guys. Have that math fact sheet. Study it. Memorize it. Then plug in your 0. So 480 minutes. He says, is that greater than 520 minutes? No, it's not. So we're going to say no. He is not correct. 480 is actually less than 520 minutes. Number 13, Leah. She ran around the track 8 times. She ran a total of 2,000 meters. How many meters equals 1 lap? Use this bar diagram. Introduce this, show this to your parents, grandparents, aunt, uncle, step-parents again, to write an equation which can be used to find m, the meters. So we want to find out what all of these m's put together would equal 2,000. So we could do a few things here, okay? What I would do is I would take the 2,000 and divide that by the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. Guys, long division, please have your parents on Tuesdays and Thursdays do at least 1 or 2 long divisions on Tuesdays and Thursdays on days when we're not having assignments, okay? Got to stay sharp. So 8 times what would equal 2,000? Can we do 2 divided by 8? No. How about 20 divided by 8? How many 8s go into 20? Basic math facts. 2. 2 times 8, 16. What do we do with that? Yep, subtract it and we get 4. Bring down the 0. After bring down, we divide again. 40 divided by 8. How many 8s go into 40? 5. 5 times 8 is 40. Subtract it, we get 0. We're bringing down a 0. As soon as we bring down, we divide again. We get a 0. And our answer is 250 meters. Okay, that is our final answer, 250 meters. Work on that long division, guys. Now, signs placed at the beginning and at the end of a 3-kilometer hiking trail, 3 kilometers. Signs are placed every 500 meters. So we're taking 3 kilometers, turning that into meters here. So 3 kilometers equals how many meters? Well, times 1,000. So it's going to be 3,000 meters. Now, this is a really cool problem because let's use a number line here to help us figure this out. Okay? We have a sign at the beginning of the trail, right? And we're going to go every 500. So 500, sign. Another 500 would be what? 1,000. Another 500 would be 1,500. Another 500 would be 2,000. Another 500 would be 2,500. Another one would be 3,000. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. So how many signs is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 signs. Put stars by 14 and 13. I want you to review 13 and 14. 14 said we had a beginning and an end with signs. Every 500 to get to 3 kilometers, we have to convert. You with me? All right. Number 15. Select all the true statements. Now, tonight in your homework, you're going to have to do these. On this one, they're saying, are these equal? If they are, select. If they're not, leave them alone. Over here, you're going to use your symbols, less than and greater than. But you have to show your work. This is sometimes where our mental math will trip us up. So again, using page 494, okay, using page 494, I've got it sitting off to the side here. Let's walk through it. 14 meters to centimeters. Well, 1 meter equals 100, so this first one is 14 times 100, and we get 1,400. Are they equal? Put my comma. Yep, they are. They work. The next one says 10 centimeters to millimeters. Well, 1 centimeter is 10 of those, so 10 times 10, that equals 100. Are they equal? No. 55 kilometers to meters. So this is a big one here. 55 times to the meters would be 1,000. We're talking 55,000. Is that going to match up? No. 3 meters to millimeters. Go back to your chart. Meters, 1 meter equals 1,000 millimeters. So 3 times 1,000, we get 3,000. Does that match up? Yes, it does. Meters to centimeters. 1 meter is 100 of those. So 5 times 100 equals 500. Boom, check it off. You with me? Pause it. Start it back up. Select all. All right. Then tell me, is it greater, less, less? And make sure it matches up. You want to say, is it a true statement? Meters to centimeters. Well, 1 meter is 100 of those, so you do 3 times 100. We get 300. Is 300 greater than 3,000? Heck, no way. 2 kilometers to meters. 1 kilometer is 1,000 of those, so 2 times 1,000 equals 2,000. Is 2,000 less than 2,500? Yes. Centimeters to millimeters. 1 centimeter is 10 of those, so 4 times 10 equals 40. 40 is greater than 38. I agree. It's true. Ooh, here's one. 3 and 5/10 meters, 3 and 2/10 meters. Do any of them need to be converted? No. Just line them up. They're both meters. Put them on top of each other. Is 3 and 5 less than 3 and 2? No, it's not. It's actually greater. Kilometers to meters. 1 kilometer is 1,000 of those, so you do 5 times 1,000. We get 5,000. Is that less than 5,200? Yes, it is. Now, guys, that's a lot of problems in one right there, but those are those select alls that you've got to be ready for it. They're going to come down the pike at you. So now get your homework in front of you. Put your name on it so I can see it. Read about Jasmine, who finished 9 centimeters of of her scarf she is knitting, 9 centimeters. Manuela finished 108 millimeters of her scarf. How much longer? So there's going to be some work in here. We've got to convert and then subtract. So 1 centimeter equals 10 millimeters. Again, we're going to use page 494, guys. Use page 494 for your conversions, your reference sheet. You get 90. So then you take that 90. The only thing I don't like is they went horizontal. We want to go vertical and get 18 millimeters. Now, using that page 494, okay, and your colored pages, go back to them. I want you to do 1, 2, and 3 using metric units. Do not give me any customary units, only metric, okay? When you look at that reference sheet, it's all going to come from right in here, only metric. So don't make that mistake. Tell me the height of a tree, the width of a kernel of corn, and the length of your arm. Go back to your colored pages. Using page 494, convert. I want you to do 5 and 6. Turn 8 kilometers into meters. Turn 65 centimeters into millimeters. For numbers 8 and 9, 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters. 1 meter is 100 centimeters. Convert those. Use your rules. Show me your work, guys. Flip it. This is a busy page. I'm going to cover it up, and we're going to do one at a time, okay? So I've already done it and walked through it. I had an error that I did earlier, so we're just going to talk about it. So Brittany bought 2 bottles of shampoo like this one shown. See the shampoo? You better be washing your hairs, guys. I know that. It's $2.88. So you're going to buy 2 of those, and then you're going to spend 52 cents on tax. Well, how much did she spend? $2.88 times 2, or $2.88 plus $2.88, you get $5.76. Add the tax, we get $6.28. Pause it, get that written down. But then she's going to spend $20. She's going to use a $20 bill to pay it. How much change does she get? That's a subtraction problem. I want you to do that. 10 is done. Okay, I want you to do 11. 20, put the zero, $20. Make sure you put the decimal point in the 00, and then subtract $6.28 and get me a money amount tonight. Number 12, you've got to use your linear model right here. Use your number line. Place me 1 and 4/10. Place me 9/10. Jason is 1 and 4/10. His brother is 9/10. Who is taller, Jason or his brother? I need to know who, Jason or brother. Show each height on the linear model. So 2 things here. I want to know who, and I want to see it over here. Okay, use your colored pages. Martha had 2 and 3,500 centimeters of her hair cut off. Neil had 2 and 53 centimeters of cut off. Who had more hair cut off? Well, they're both centimeters. This is a nice problem. Line them up. Tell me who had more cut off. Now, in this case, it's the bigger one. 14, a spider traveled 3 meters in 1 minute. How many centimeters did it travel? The 1 minute is your distractor. So turn meters into centimeters. Use page 494. So far, you're doing 11, 12, 13, and 14. 15 is a very busy problem here. Okay? All right. So 15 says, the ceiling of Mr. Vega's classroom is 3 meters high. The ceiling in the hall is 315 centimeters high. So now we got 3 meters and 315 centimeters. How much taller is the ceiling in the hall? We have to convert meters, knowing 1 meter is 100 centimeters. So 3 times 100, we get 300 centimeters. And then to figure out how much taller it is, we have to subtract. So 315 minus 300, and the final answer is 15 centimeters. I know it's busy. That one is done. 16 is a tricky one, so let's talk through it. A yellow ribbon is 56 meters long. It is twice as long as a green ribbon. So that's 56 equals 2 times green. A brown ribbon is 4 times as long as the green, so 4 times green. Well, if we want to know what is the length of the brown ribbon. So if the yellow is 56 centimeters long, and that's twice as long as the green, we're going to go 2 times what equals 56? That's 28. So the green is 28 centimeters. Take that 28, times it by the 4, do your multiplication, and you get 112 centimeters as your final answer. Put a star by 15 and 16. Pause those, get those done, and review it. You with me? All right. 17 and 18. Select all the true statements. Are they equal? If they are, check it. If they're not, leave them alone. If this is less than this, if this is greater than these and less than those, select all that are true. Guys, only find me the true ones. But guys, you got to show your work. Go back to your colored pages. See how those look very similar? Use page 494. This page is for lesson 13-4. This homework page, 169 and 170. Remember, I only want the homework pictures, taking pictures of the homework pages. These are due Thursday, April 2nd by 3 p.m. On the front, you have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, and 9 to do. So that's 7 problems there. On the back, I want you to finish 11, $20 minus $628. Do 12, tell me the who, and mark it off on the line. Do 13, do 14, review 15 and 16, get 17 and 18 done. Guys, so far we're knocking out these lessons. Our goal is to get 3 done a week. Tuesday and Thursdays, get on your iReady Extra. Get on your basic math facts. Stay in touch. Miss you guys. Love you guys. And I'm here for you. Take it easy. Bye.